afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. Thought I'd do a C or two today. And guys just got in this 2016 Winnebago Spirit. And this is a very hard to find floor plan. This is a 31H bunk house. 2 slides and 25,000 miles. I know, guys, that's not a misprint on the price. $57,900. Now, book on this thing, NADA average retail. I'm not adding any options. I'm going by base retail book and adjusting for the miles. Got 25,331 miles, I believe. Is $74,800. So let me flash that up real quick. And you can see I'm at $57,900, and you know, normally a Class C bunk house with 25,000 miles in the current market, even at my prices, would be probably another $10,000, $15,000 more than I'm asking for this one, even here at Parkway RV. There's a reason for that. The previous owners of this Winnebago rearranged the floor plan a little bit. Not nothing killer. They didn't paint the walls, paint the cabinets, or anything like that. But they rearranged it, and it's still got the bunk, still got the queen bed in the back, and the bed in the cab over and all that. But they changed the sofa out, the theater seating, and they changed the sofa location, and they changed the table booth location. They basically flipped them around. So the sofa is where the table booth used to be, and the table booth is where the sofa used to be. And they put a smaller table booth in there so that they could have more room when the slide outs were in to walk around. So it has been modified somewhat. And the other thing I want to go ahead and disclose to you guys, this was a smoker's unit. I normally don't buy them, but I was able to buy it cheap enough because of the modifications that I went ahead and got it. And I knew it was a smoker's unit when I bought it. I don't normally buy them, but guys, I knew that everybody wants a bunk house. They're hard to find and almost impossible to find with low miles this far back a book. So, you know, I bought it. So if it bothers y'all, this may not be the one for you, but for those of you who can, or who smoke or can deal with it, with a little bit of smoke odor, this is going to save you a lot of money. And we are going to clean the inside really good. We're going to put an ozonator in it for a day or so. We'll try to get as much as that smoke smell out as you can. And in my experience with smokers units, as you actually use them and cook in them and stay in them more, you'll notice the smoke smell. And as you like air them out more, the smoke smell will dissipate more and more the more you use it. So let's look around it, guys. 2 slides. Now, you may notice on the NADA it says Itasca. The reason for that, in the first quarter of 2016, these were built under Itasca Spirit, which for those of you, which I'm sure most of y'all know this, Itasca, Winnebago, the exact same company. They're all built by Winnebago. Well, the higher-ups at Winnebago decided to phase out the Itasca name after decades of use and just make everything under the Winnebago name brand. So you know, everything sold after the first quarter or built after the first quarter of 16 is a Winnebago Spirit. Of course, NADA still shows them as Itasca in 2016, but they are Itasca and Winnebago, same thing. So, but it is a 31H. And got the hot rod V10, Ford V10 E450 chassis, 362 horsepower. It's got the backup camera system, and the previous owners kind of went crazy on the cameras. They added side cameras and an entirely different system too, on top of the factory system. So if you like seeing what's going on outside, you're gonna like what they did with it. Michelin tires all the way around. Dash air's ice cold. Got the 4 kW Onan generator. Now, guys, the generator, I am going to fix the generator. It will run currently, but only for a few minutes. I don't know if the carburetor is got some old gas in it or what, but we are going to take care of it for you. We guarantee that generator to run like it's supposed to, put out electricity like it's supposed to, just like we do. We guarantee slide outs, refrigerator, freezer, roof airs, stuff like that. So definitely will take care of that. But the dash air is ice cold. Motorhome's running right now, got the lights on, everything else. So, and it actually stayed running long enough to for me to tell that the roof air is nice and cold. Does have a power patio awning toppers on the slide outs. And let's look inside. And again, guys, little different than the factory floor plan. And they have changed the floor too. They took the carpets out and they did a laminate floor. So, but I mean, it's priced accordingly. And you can see what I'm talking about here, guys. It originally would have had a small sleeper sofa, which wouldn't really been much good of anything because it was so small, right here where that small table booth is at. So what they did, and I see why they did it, is they took the sofa out and put these very nice theater seating, very comfortable, and set it right here. And guys, 2 people can sleep in these recliners. I mean, that's a lot more comfortable place to sleep on those recliners than what that sleeper sofa that would have been in here would have slept. And then you've got a small table booth that will still fold down and make a bed for 1 person. You still got your full-size bed in the cab over. They moved the TV over from above the passenger seat to above the driver's seat so that they can see it from the theater seating. So I see why they did that. And they did leave a few holes in the wall. And I'm just pointing out the good and the bad, guys, because I don't want you coming here expecting a brand new motorhome. They left a few holes in the walls from where the TV bracket used to be. And you can see, guys, side cameras, security cameras, rear view camera system, 25,335 miles, dash air nice and cold. Everything up here looks like it's supposed to. Like I said, it does have a smoke odor, but it's not just killer, but it's there. And we will make it better. But I don't think we're going to be able to 100% eliminate it. We'll make it better, and as time progresses, it will get better for whoever buys it. Or if you're a smoker, you won't even notice it. Do have a 3-burner stovetop, oven, microwave, 7-foot tall ceilings. I do have the refrigerator on gas right now, and it is getting cold in the freezer, very cold actually. They do cool off a lot faster on propane than they do on electric. That fell down. Get that squeezed back in there. Look, well, I'll just do it later when I got both hands freed up. Norcold 2-way RV refrigerator freezer runs off propane or electric. Of course, they've changed the flooring in here. A little skint spot right there. They took the small, actually, I don't think these came with TVs, if I remember right. So they've added 2 TVs to the bunks, left those in here, and those are probably 24-inch TVs. So huge TVs for bunks with privacy curtains. It's got one little step up right here. That's about the end of the modifications that I can tell. You've got a queen bed in the back, headboard, storage, closets at the foot of the bed, a lot of storage in here. Your bathroom is all enclosed. Well, they left you a little decoration right there. Got the enamel porcelain RV toilet. You see the shower. Notice it's not bleached yellow from the UV rays coming through the skylight. So they haven't spent a ton of time outside when they weren't using it. But definitely, whoever had this thing obviously was very creative. Let's just say that. As far as changing stuff around. It does have the holding tank heaters. Does have a, let's see, was this a I don't remember if it's a 13, I believe it's a 13,500 BTU ducted roof air. It may be a 15. You'll have to look on the factory brochure that I'll have on the website, parkwayrvcenter.com. These theater seatings are nice. Cup holders, storage for your remote controls. Great spot to watch the television, especially it's on that fold out mount. So that's actually a pretty good idea, moving it from one side to the other. So I do get that. And I do get why they put that smaller table booth in, because you can sit and eat right here too if you need to. So you can still sit 2 adults at that table booth and sit 2 more right here. Don't think that'll be an issue. And I can see how it would save a lot of space when that slide out is in, when you have to walk by and stuff like that. So, and I noticed that they've added some extra grab handles by the door. So either they had somebody that had, probably more than likely they had somebody that was either very large or had some mobility issues, something like that. So I can see why they cut that table down and made this smaller so that it's more comfortable for them when they stop somewhere, when they don't want to put the rooms out, which it only takes a few seconds to put a room out. So I never understood that, but because you don't have to put the bedroom room out, you just put this one out and double your living space. But you know, different strokes for different folks, guys. And I know a lot of times parking, if you're parked in a regular parking spot, you're pretty much you're pretty much maxed out with it with the slide outs in. So I guess you couldn't in that case. So like I said, I have been in situations where where slide outs wouldn't go out parking as well. So I get it why they did this. But hey, you know what? It allowed me to buy this thing at a bargain price, and I'm able to sell it at a bargain price. I mean, look online, look on RV Trader, look at other 2016 Itasca or Winnebago 31H Spirits, and see how many of them you find with 25,000 miles for really anywhere under 75 or 70 grand. I got this one for 57.9. We'll guarantee the major systems to work, like the generator, which we're going to fix. Like I said, we're going to come in here, we'll scrub this thing down real good, put the ozonator in it for a day or so, and just let it air out pretty good, and we'll see what we can do with the cigarette odor. It'll still be a lingering odor, but it won't be, and it's really not that bad now, but I'm gonna say right now we could probably make it 60% better, 70% better when we get done with it. And then over time, as you cook in it, use it, it will get noticeably better as well. So of course, I don't smoke, but I grew up and my grandparents smoked like most everybody did that generation. So I mean, I've been around plenty of houses that and RVs that have been smoked in, so it doesn't really bother me. But for the price now, would I want to pay the same price for a smoker's unit as a non-smoker's unit? Of course not. There is a loss of value there, and that loss is reflected in this price of $57.9, because if this wasn't a smoker's unit, this thing would be easily, even with the modifications, would be $64.9. And if this was all original, in other words, the furniture, it was original factory furniture, no smoke odors, 25,000 miles, this thing would easily be $69.9 or more. So you are saving a lot of money because of the modifications and the smoke. So it's up to you to take advantage of that, or not take advantage and buy one that's all factory and no smoke odors for $10,000-$15,000 more. It's entirely up to you. Different strokes for different folks, guys. A lot of people would jump on a deal like this. Some people won't, and I understand it. There's no right or wrong answer. It's all what you want to do. It's all about what you want to spend and what you're willing to do to save that kind of money. $57.9 while it lasts. Y'all saw the NADA way on up there, almost 75 grand, and miles are low. Like I said, generator will run great. It does run, guys, I promise. It's just, like I said, just runs for a few minutes and dies. So we'll get that taken care of. And come out and take a look at it, guys. Be your own judge, of course. We do, even at that low $57.9 price, we do guarantee the slide outs to work, generator to work. We'll check the water systems, which also includes making sure there's no plumbing leaks in it. That involves us checking the water heater, water pump. We check the step, well, there's no step on this one, but we check the drivability of it. make sure it's good. We check generator, make sure it runs, puts out electricity, make sure that roof air is ice cold, make sure that refrigerator and freezer gets to operating temperature. And of course, any Mickey Mouse stuff, like I noticed like that light above the table, one of them's burnt out. I mean, guys, we leave that stuff to you. We don't mess with that. So, you know, you can put your light bulb in it or not. If you can't put a light bulb in an RV, then you obviously don't have no business owning one. So, you know, well, we leave the Mickey Mouse stuff to you. We cover the major stuff. That way we can keep our prices down and sell them for the lowest price in the country, guys. And you can compare our prices to anybody. Not many dealers in the current market are selling low mileage motorhomes for $10, $12, $15, $17, almost $20,000 under average retail with no added options. And you know, a lot of dealers and for sale by owners take that NADA and abuse it by adding all these options. Like they'll add for slide outs, they'll add for the awning, they'll add for the microwave, the air conditioner, the refrigerator, water heater, furnace, radio, and whatever else they can add for it, guys. All those add-ons are standard equipment that's included in the base retail price. This is straight from NADA. You do not add for anything that is standard equipment. In fact, so just to play it safe, rule of thumb, don't add for any of it. Adjust for the mileage, and that's it. That's your book value. NADA value, book. I always call it book value, just old habit. And if they try to do anything else, they're padding the value. Go by NADA. If it's towable, just go by straight base retail. If it's a drivable, go by base retail and adjusting for the miles. That's your value. Market value, that's your book value, which if you want to finance it and stuff like that, or insurance value, that's what you go by. If you want to go by market value, which is what you would what it's actually worth compared to other year make, other 2016 and this case 2016 Spirit 31Hs, go to RV Trader, search it, you'll see all the other 31Hs for sale in the country. There's over 200,000 used RVs, new and used, listed on RV Trader. So that is, and they're all current, up to date. That's what I like about RV Trader versus all these other websites, is that they are current, because you have to pay every 60 or 90 days to renew your ad on RV Trader. If you don't, it automatically gets deleted. So you're not looking at ads from 2 or 3 years ago with a price from 2 or 3 years ago. You're looking at ads placed in the last month or two. And if you don't renew your ad, or don't pay for the renewal, it gets taken off. So you know it's current. That's why dealers, for sale by owners, appraisers, and everybody else uses RV Trader as a definitive source to judge the value of a market value of an RV. Because there's a big difference between book value and market value. I think I did one the other day. NADA was 104, 105. I listed it for $89.9, but market value was 115 to 119, because that's what everybody was asking for the same year, make, and model. I was selling for $89.9. So that's just an example that book value and market value aren't always the same thing, or NADA value, excuse me, or what some people mistakenly call blue book value, even though there is no blue book for RVs that anybody recognizes anyway. So anyway, guys, this unit is $57.9, financing available with approved credit and down payment. As long as you understand it does have smoke odors and the floor plan has been changed somewhat. That's why the price is so low. If you're interested in this motorhome, give us a call, 706-965-7929, and of course you're welcome to come look at it. Since we only guarantee the major systems, like I mentioned earlier, the ones that cost you the most money if they don't work are guaranteed to work when you pick it up. We do highly recommend you do one of these two things or both. You either come look at it yourself, inspect it. If you come Monday through Friday, you can test drive it. We do not do Saturday test drives. We're closed Sunday, of course. And what we do is you test drive it, then you can come look at it, inspect it. We'll hook it to shore power. Hopefully we'll have the generator fixed by then, and you can crank everything up, mess around with it, do your own inspection on it before deciding to buy it or not buy it. Oh, I forgot to mention Winnebago, it's fiberglass roof. No worries up there. But you can or hire third-party inspection service, guys. I highly recommend a third-party inspection service on any new or used RV you want to buy. It's a few $100s, yes, but it's a way for you to know everything about the unit, what works and what doesn't, before buying or not buying it, before deciding to buy it or not buy it, based on that information. Again, guys, at the $57,900 price, the only things we can fix if they don't work are the systems that we cover: the slide outs, generator, roof air, refrigerator, freezer, drivability, and the water systems. Everything else sold as is. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Doesn't matter what the inspector says as far as, hey, this light doesn't work or this receptacle doesn't work, it'll be sold that way. That's just, like I said, any RV you buy, new or used, you're going to work on. If somebody tells you any different, they're lying to you. That's just the nature of an RV. It's like a houseboat or any other kind of complicated machine. There's always going to be some little repairs and maintenance and upgrades that you're always going to be doing on it. Believe me, I know. I've been an RV owner for 25 years. And you can ask anybody that's owned RVs for any significant period of time, they'll tell you the same thing. They are they can be aggravating at times, but they can be a lot of joy at times too. When you're at that perfect spot, perfect weather, it makes it all so worth it. Like, you would do it again 3 times over to get to that point. So anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. If you got questions about this Spirit, give us a call at 706-965-7929. We take trade-ins. We have nationwide delivery, $1.50 a loaded mile, and got some big stuff, guys. Really do. Come out, take a look at my Class C's. I'm getting down on them. I still got a few left. I probably got 12 to 15, but they are moving quick. Got a lot of deposits on some of these out here, so I may not exactly have that many for sale right now. Go to my website, and I'm gonna give you a little trick. If you want to know if something's available and for some reason you don't want to call us, if you go to my website, parkwayrvcenter.com, if it says sales pending on the one you want to look at, that means it has a deposit on it, and that doesn't mean it's 100% done deal, because you know, about 1 out of 10 doesn't go through because for whatever reason. But so it always, even if you do see sales pending, it's one you really want, it still pays to call during business hours, leave your name and number with a salesperson in case the deal falls through, so that we can contact you, give you first shot at it if it doesn't go through. Because you never know. You never know. So anyway, if you got questions about any of that, give us a call. Like I said, financing available. Price is haggle-free, firm. Doesn't matter how you pay for it. Trade, cash, financing, or a combination of 3. It's all the same to us. Everything goes right in the bank. We follow all the laws about reporting large cash transactions and all that stuff, just like you're supposed to. So there's no benefit one way or over the other, except trade-ins. Depending on your state and the unit you buy, you may get some sales tax credit. A lot of states will will allow you to only pay sales tax on the trade difference instead of the entire sales price. So depending on your trade, that can add up to several $1,000s in sales tax credit. But and again, that depends on your trade-in and the. Sorry about that, guys. My GoPro overheated on me. I had to actually stick it in the freezer for a second. Once again, guys, I'm not going to go into state-to-state trade-in details and sales tax details. Best thing to do, just call one of our salespeople, tell them where you live, how you paying for it, and they'll work out the details with you. Anyway, guys, nice unit, $57,900 while it lasts. Nationwide delivery available for $1.50 a loaded mile one way. If you're interested in this motorhome, want to come look at it, give us a call. Make sure it's available, 706-965-7929. And thanks again for watching. Smash me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. As always, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that bell notification button. Feel free to comment, share on social media. Hey, help support my channel. It's absolutely free to you. It means a world of difference to me. And I'll keep them coming. Thanks again for watching, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.